Hello, good evening, and welcome to Lima Senior High School, where tonight on WOSN we've got a Division 7 district semifinal matchup between the 4th-seeded Upper Scioto Valley Rams and the number 1 seed Delphos St. John's Blue Jays. I'm Garrett Seawright, joined alongside Josiah Stover. We'll bring you all the action tonight here from Lima Senior High School. And Josiah, we've got 2 of the Conference Players of the Year in the area with USV's Maddox Underwood from the Northwest Central Conference and Canham Elwer, the back-to-back MAC Conference Player of the Year. We got some high point scorers here in this matchup in the district semifinals.
Yeah, you like to see that, especially as you said in that district semifinals. You know, 2 teams that really a little bit different. You know, St. John's coming in number 1 team in Division 7, and Upper Scioto Valley, who's really come on strong here at the end to get to this game. But as you said, some really high scorers tonight, and we're really looking forward to a game.
Yeah, you look forward to teams that score over 70 points a night, over 80 points a night, a couple of different times for both of these schools. So that's some high-power offenses coming into tonight's matchup. Josiah, when you take a look at the keys to the game tonight for USV, what stands out to you?
Yeah, for the first one, they got to take care of the ball. This St. John's defense, they like to get into you. They like to pressure you. You know, they play a lot of small ball, and they do that to force a lot of turnovers, and they do a good job. Once they get the ball, they take it off and run. So USV's got to take care of the ball tonight, and exceptionally, they got a team rebound. This St. John's team, they shoot the ball so well. They got to find ways to get, as a team, rebound the ball. Don't give St. John's any more opportunities.
When you take a look on the flip side, the Blue Jays, what's their keys to victory tonight?
Yeah, first is, pushing the tempo. This is such a really good team, and we know Cam Elwer and everybody in the area knows him, but they like to push the tempo. They get a rebound, they get their head up. Can they get easy buckets tonight for their offense? And second is a good ball movement. You know, when everybody's involved, when that supporting cast is involved, we know, as I said, how good Cam Elwer can score, but when everybody's getting good shots, this team is really dangerous, so they got to move the ball tonight.
That's a look at tonight's keys to the game. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have first quarter action for you. Number 4 seeded USV, number 1 seeded Delphos St. John's. It's next here on WOSN. Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your back door every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Inching closer to opening tip-off in this district semifinal between Upper Scioto Valley and Delphos St. John's. Let's take a look at tonight's starters. First, for the visitors on your Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard this evening, the USV Rams 14-9, 7-2 in the Northwest Central Conference. Their starters look like this. Is a couple of sophomores in the starting lineup, coupled with seniors. The 2 seniors, Maddox Underwood wears number 23. We mentioned the NWCC Player of the Year. Mason Thompson, the other senior, wearing number 22. The 3 sophomores, number 4, Caden Lowry, number 5, Bo Sanders, and number 15, McCain Underwood. For Matt McCullough's squad, McCullough in his first season leading the USV Rams. For Delphos St. John's, they come into tonight 20-2 champions of the Midwest Athletic Conference at 9-0. And somewhat similarly to USV, they've got quite the young roster. Freshmen, 2 sophomores, a senior and a junior in the starting lineup is Jackson Weekert, wears number 1. Drew Boggs, number 10. Cam Elwer, the 5'11 junior, the back-to-back Midwest Athletic Conference Player of the Year, District 8 Player of the Year as well. Andrew Elwer, the 6'3 sophomore, will wear number 12. And Easton Elwer, the 6'3 freshman, wearing number 13, will anchor things down low alongside Andrew Elwer for Delphos St. John's. The 5th all-time meeting between these 2 squads. Delphos St. John's holds a 3-1 lead in the all-time series. They played a 4-game set between 2018 and 2022. The Rams won the last one, and this is the first all-time tournament meeting between the 2, which is kind of interesting, Josiah. You've got some programs with a lot of basketball history, but it's the first time they've met on the tournament trail ever.
Yeah, especially with this new divisions, the way things are set. You know, sometimes these teams wouldn't meet up because they go to different areas, but now with 7 divisions here in the state of Ohio, we see some of these teams rekindling some of those old matchups that we haven't seen in a while. So we're excited. Look, it should be a great game tonight.
A big crowd here on hand at Lima Senior, ready to take in this Division 7 district semifinal. Josiah mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the Blue Jays, one of the favorites in the state to make it to the state tournament in Dayton, as they are the top-ranked team as they entered the tournament here in Upper Scioto Valley. They've played really well here at the end of this season. They won their last 4 road games and tournament games, so they have played really well outside of the friendly confines of Alumni Fieldhouse there in McGuffey. So we'll get everybody to center court here. As Upper Side of Valley in the black uniforms, Delva St. John's in the white. As Maddox Underwood will stand inside the center circle. As will Drew Boggs. And we are underway as Upper Side of Valley takes the opening tip. See how the Rams want to play here in the early going.
Yeah, we'll see St. John's come out in their really tough man-to-man defense. Not a team that likes to switch up their defense very often, especially with their size. They've just done a really good job this year of pressuring teams, getting them out of their comfort zone a little bit. And we see USV here just being patient in this first possession, already taking 30 seconds off the clock, going back to their sets and making sure they're running it. Don't want to turn the ball over against this team.
No, absolutely not. Don't want to get the Blue Jays in transition in any stretch of imagination, as Underwood will try the pull-up jumper. Rimmed it off the front iron, but the offensive rebound pulled down by the Rams. They're content to watch those numbers tick off the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. The less time St. John's has their hands on the basketball, the fewer points he'll put on the board.
Yeah, as we see Coach McCullough there telling his guys after that offensive rebound, slow it down, run the offense, don't push anything. And we see it here, already over a minute gone in this first quarter. They're not, as you said, not allowing St. John's to have the ball.
Not a lot of urgency from the Rams. So there's a tough spot down low for Caden Lowry. Rams able to get out of it. Aaron Elwer wondering if he can get a 5-second call, as the Rams have been able to pass the basketball. They've worked it around a little bit as Mason Thompson on the far block. Got it to Underwood, another pull-up jumper, and he got it home.
Well, if you're USV, you're going to be ecstatic about that possession, taking a minute and a half off the clock, and we do have a foul already here on the other end.
And that'll be the first foul committed by Maddox Underwood, perhaps the one player USV doesn't want to see in foul trouble this evening. And it would have been maybe you see the lid come off this place from the Ram faithful if it was a block charge, or a block call, because it would have given the Rams right back to basketball. But St. John's will go to work now as Elwer will drive right down Main Street, go right to the window, strip from behind, and USV will come back the other way. Underwood will pull it down. Already 2 minutes gone here in this opening period.
And we see USV once again as they turn the ball over there.
Just a tough pass. This first quarter brought to you by Ricker Lawn and Landscape. Contact Ricker Lawn and Landscape for all your lawn care needs, including fertilization and weed control programs, aerating, hydro seeding, irrigation service, installation, and more.
I'm a little surprised here. USV just coming out man-to-man as we see St. John's get the ball in early, and that's Easton Elwer.
Now Cameron Elwer, the step back three, and the Blue Jays have the lead early with the Quest Federal Credit Union triple.
Yeah, Cam Elwer coming in shooting over 56% from beyond the arc. Kind of unheard of numbers there, but USV coming out in that man-to-man pressure, and he just gets that step back and knocks it through.
The one thing USV has to pay attention to is being efficient with the basketball. If you're going to limit your shot opportunities, you got to convert at a high clip. Is looking for Underwood on the pass on the near side, and it's poked out of bounds by Elwer, closing out defensively.
Yeah, we see St. John's there trying to double a little bit, force USV out of their comfort zone, make them make that errant pass, and we saw Cam Elwer kind of playing that safety position, almost got his hands on it, knocks it out of bounds.
Lowry inbounds it, it's stripped away by the Blue Jays, racing back the other way on the 2-on-1. Going to the window is Andrew Elwer. He's fouled before he could drop it through the hoop, and he'll go to the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw line to shoot our first free throws of the evening.
Yeah, and St. John's comes in as a team, and they shoot 81% from the free throw line. All these starters coming in shoot over 75%. So you don't want to put St. John's on the line not very often.
No, Andrew Elwer makes that first Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw. There was a stretch there during the regular season that St. John's was flirting with the national record for free throw percentage as a team. At the national record, just over 84%. Up over 80 is virtually unheard of today, Josiah.
Yeah, especially for a team. You typically have those players, Cam comes in shooting 95%, which that helps the average a little bit there.
Does.
as a team, they do a great job knocking down those free throws, and most good teams do that. They're able to get those easy points.
Rams will work the ball around the perimeter, get it to Underwood at the high right point. Will drive to the right block. He'll throw up a shot, a tough shot to drop for Maddox Underwood and make it 5-4. USV playing efficient offense here in the first half. Kick out to the near side. Elwer set up for three. Will put it up anyway. Drops it home. Another Quest Federal Credit Union three for Cameron Elwer.
Wow, that's just too much space for a player like Cam Elwer. That closeout, giving him any space is too much space for Cam Elwer, and he just knocks it down to extend this to a 4-point game.
Blue Jays now double teaming basically whoever gets the basketball. As the Rams thought about the three there. Will bounce pass down low to Caden Lowry. Work back between the circles. Already past the halfway point here in this first quarter. So Rams straight away Underwood. Another pull-up jumper. Another tough shot that Maddox Underwood sinks. He's 46% from inside the three-point line. He's got a couple here in the early going. Elwer going to the hoop. Tries to kick to the near side. There's a turnover forced by USV.
Yeah, if you're Coach McCullough here, as you can see him almost at the midline there, trying to tell his guys, just take your time, see if we can get a good shot every single possession here. Don't allow St. John's to take too much time off the clock there, and it looks like we'll have a turnover there.
Lowry thought he was fouled, instead walked with it. Our officials tonight, Patrick McKinnis, Anthony Castronova, and Joseph Roth. As USV forced into another turnover. A couple of changes now for the Rams. Elwell will bring the ball across the timeline, barking out instructions to his teammate. Working to the left side, one-on-one. He'll take a heat check three, and he's hot. Another Quest Federal Credit Union three for Cameron Elwer. Give him 9 first quarter points, still with 2:45 to go.
Well, you can just see he gets to his spot there and just does that little jab step to the left, and a turnover here could lead to an easy bucket for the Blue Jays.
Outlet pass up ahead. Missed layup, but the putback is up and good for Braden Klaus. And it's a 7-point lead now quickly for the Jays. Rams will try to rectify it as Underwood dribbles along the near sideline. Working against Elwer. He'll go down Main Street, and he's called for the charge. Tried to get to the window. That's the second foul committed by Maddox Underwood. And we'll see if he comes out of the lineup. And he will.
Yeah, and that's a tough one for this Rams team. 2 fouls. He's got all 6 points for the Rams here. So this may be a short time on the bench there, but they can't afford to have him out for too long.
The Northwest Central Conference Player of the Year, the MAC Player of the Year, Cameron Elwer. In the short corner near side. A tough hoop and harm for Elwer. The ball just has a hoop magnet in it right now, and Cameron Elwer's got his hands on it. 11 first quarter points. Grows the lead to 15-6, and now we'll go to the Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw line.
Cam Elwer's just so strong and physical. He invites that contact, goes through it, and is able to just finish.
Got a stoppage on the floor. A foul has been committed by the Rams, I believe. And so that will give the basketball to Delphos St. John's, as Matt McCullough would like an explanation.
It looks like there might have been some excessive contact on that free throw shot, and neither fans were too happy about it.
So with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter on the Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard, it's a 10-point lead for the Blue Jays. And with that being the 5th foul of the quarter, Elwer, who we mentioned, converts from the stripe at a 94% clip. Makes the first one. Give him 13 points here in the first quarter. got both Lee's Famous Recipe chicken free throws. And now the Rams will go back to work trying to trim this lead. Things had gone well for them in the early portion of this first quarter, but that snowball got rolling downhill and now trying to dribble out of it. And another tough spot and a jump ball and a possession arrow favors Delphos St. John's.
Well, we just see how quickly this offense for St. John's can explode here. It was an 8-6 game here not that long ago, and it should have been all St. John's since, and it's been hard with Maddox Underwood on the bench. USV's got to figure out another scorer, find a way to attack this Blue Jays defense.
Elwer, baseline drive, kicks to the near corner, thought about the three, in the high post, goes right to the window, couldn't convert. And Mason Thompson will pull down the board for Upper Scioto Valley. Working across the timeline is Andrew Kendall. Wants to get rid of it, does get rid of it, ball's on the floor. And McLean will go to the window. He's fouled. As I believe McCain Underwood committed the foul. And
foul number 15, McCain Underwood.
That will put the Blue Jays back at the stripe. 18-6 the lead.
I believe that is foul number 3 on McCain Underwood.
That it is. Whole host of Blue Jays waiting to sub into the game. Free throws tonight brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Delphos, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated. Lee's isn't just famous for chicken, famous for catering too. McLean knocks down both. It's now a 14-point advantage for Delphos St. John's, and it's really just been an avalanche, Josiah. The Rams had a good game plan coming in, but that avalanche of St. John's offense has put them in a spot where they're trying to dig out here in this first quarter.
Yeah, well, it's been really Maddox Underwood being on the bench. Yeah. Hasn't come back in since those 2 fouls, but a good pass there to number 5, Bo Sanders.
A great feed to Sanders. Great execution by USV after a tough stretch there offensively. Able to stop the momentum just a little bit. Elwer wants to build it right back. He's fouled as he drives to the window by Mason Thompson. It'll be his second foul. And the Rams are going to be in some foul trouble here at the end of this first quarter with Underwood with 2, Thompson with 2, McCain Underwood with 3. It's a rare free throw miss there from Elwer. Already with 14 points on the night. His season high, 41. He's done it 3 times. As Elwer makes that free throw as well. And a whistle as it goes through the cylinder. And another foul committed against USV. So Elwer will step right back to the line. And that Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw makes it 22-8. Elwer now with 17 of the 23 points for the Blue Jays here in this opening quarter. And now that allows Delphos St. John's to get their defense set up. The Rams will go the length of the floor here with 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. See how they want to play things. Got it across the timeline, trapped in that corner, able to bounce out of it, and a foul. The first foul of the, no. Oh, it is the first foul committed by Delphos St. John's.
Yeah, that looked like Jackson Weekert.
It's the old Bronx cheer from the USV faithful. 23-8 to score as we approach the final moments of quarter number 1. Rams trying to trim that lead. And another foul committed. And is that the second consecutive foul committed by Weekert?
That looks like Andrew Elwer, I believe.
It was. You are correct.
Yeah, we see the quick change this Blue Jay staff made here in this first quarter, not allowing USV to just pass the ball around. about halfway through, they started trapping almost everything there, and we've seen the difference of them getting the ball back, just forcing 4 turnovers there in the first quarter. Can USV get a good shot here at the end of the quarter?
A 3 on the way off the window. No, the offensive rebound put back up by Jesse Prater. Couldn't convert with 5. With 4 coming up the far side, Elwer. A tough shot. Hits everything, doesn't drop, and that will do it for the first quarter. Delphos St. John's gets 23 points on the board in the opening period. They lead 23-8. We'll step aside. Second quarter action coming up for you here on WOSN. Contact Ricker Lawn and Landscape for all your lawn care needs, including fertilization and weed control programs, aerating, hydro seeding, irrigation service, and installation and more at Ricker Lawn and Landscape. Here this second quarter's presenting sponsor is the Delphos St. John's Blue Jays. Had quite the fruitful first period, 17 points from Cameron Elwer to lead the Blue Jays to a 23-point outburst. And Josiah, the game plan was clear from USV at the start of that first quarter, and things went well for them. But the second that it turned quickly, and it struggled to get back on the top side of where they wanted to be.
Yeah, well, it really just started with USV. Maddox Underwood, he was their offense in that first half of the first quarter. Had 6 points, and then that second foul he picked up, everything changed for USV. And St. John's, we just talked about it. It was trapping everything, getting USV out of their comfort zone as they force another turnover here.
Blue Jays coming back quickly the other way. Put it off the window, up and good for Delphos St. John's. Easton Elwer's first bucket of the night made it 25-8. Rams. With Underwood back on the floor, he'll receive the pass on the right wing. He'll put up a contested 3. Too strong. The offensive board again for USV. A tough putback. Couldn't fall for Prater. And the ball goes out of bounds off the Rams.
Yeah, USV has done a great job of on that offensive glass, trying to get some extra possessions for their team. We talked about them needing to be able to rebound as a team, but they've done a great job of just attacking that offensive glass. Really haven't found a whole lot with it, but there's Cam Elwer again with another big 3.
He's feeling it, a Quest Federal Credit Union 3, and that'll lead to a Metzger Financial Services timeout for Upper Scioto Valley. 7:13 to go, second quarter. It's a 20-point lead for the Jays here on WOSN. Timeouts tonight brought to you by Metzger Financial Services. Metzger Financial Services, helping you plan your financial future. Call 419-225-6067 or visit MetzgerFinancialServices.com. Obviously, the Rams had talked about how they wanted to guard Cameron Elwer at the quarter break. Didn't like how it resulted in the first possession as he pulls up from deep for 3. Another Quest Federal Credit Union 3. And the Rams trying to claw back out of the deficit.
As we see St. John's quickly out of that timeout. And there's Maddox Underwood again. He's been their instant offense. 8 points here in the first half.
Another tough jumper from Underwood. He's done a great job shooting the basketball here in this first half as Elwer, another heat check 3. That one too strong off the back iron. The rebound pulled down by the Rams. They'll run for just a moment. Underwood will try a 3 of his own. No. A long rebound. Fought for, pulled down by Elwer. The lob up ahead, off the window. No. And Underwood will pull down the board. Outlet pass quickly, the hoop, and the foul to Bo Sanders. Kissed it off the glass. And you see the Kenton Moose Family Center replay. Good heads-up pass and a good conversion there by Bo Sanders.
Yeah, a little up and down basketball from both teams trying to push. Missed layup on one end leads to Bo Sanders on the other end. A little hoop in the arm and unable to knock down the free throw.
Sanders, as Josiah mentioned, unable to convert. The Blue Jays go right to the window. Elwer's fouled. And when you have that bag in your bag of tricks, is I can go straight to the window. It's either going in or I'm going to the free throw line where I shoot 94%. It's tough not to reach into that bag if you're Cam Elwer.
Yeah, just so difficult to defend because knocks down those threes as he has 4 of them in this game already, but then he can attack the rim, use his body well to create that contact, and he can go through. And like you said, if you foul him, he's going to knock down his free throws.
21 of the 29 points for Delphos St. John's. make it 22 of 30 as the Blue Jays hold a 30-12 lead after those Lee's Famous Recipe chicken free throws. Rams, to their credit, converted in the fast break offense last time down the floor. And I'm certain that they probably were told, if you're going to run a fast break, it better result in points. And it did, with Bo Sanders finding the bottom of the net the last time. As Lowry, bounce pass into lane. Thompson puts it off the glass. No, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, as we see here on our Kenton Moose instant replay, a good roll there by Mason Thompson, and they were able to find him, and he goes straight up and draws some contact. Opportunity for him to go to the free throw line where he shoots 58% on the year.
The senior forward, honorable mention All Northwest Central Conference. The Blue Jays will make a change as Maddox will step into game. The second free throw from Thompson is up and good. His first point of the evening makes it 30-13. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter on the Ultimate Outdoor Ohio scoreboard.
And here we see USV change up their defense.
Different Elworth three on the way. Rebound pulled down.
As you see here on our Kenton Moose instant replay is number 21 there, Maddox Krager, going a little bit too aggressively to go get that ball. The official right there to get a call and goes back to the Rams.
So USV, Maddox Underwood, mentioned the Northwest Central Conference Player of the Year, averages over 20 points a contest. Has 8 thus far here in the first half, 8 of the 13 for the Rams. A lob, the far side. Underwood thought about the three. Long two, and it'll splash home for him.
And we see that pull-up jumper, so tough. We talk about Cam Elwer knocking down some big shots. Maddox Underwood haven't been easy, but he's been able to rise up and knock down those shots for the Rams to keep them in this game.
A three on the way from the far side from Maddox Krieger. Cam Elwer, another three. Thought he got fouled. And it'll go to the Rams. It was pretty much immediately off his hand that Elwer thought that he had gotten fouled.
Yeah, you don't oftentimes see him miss way left without a little bit of contact there, but official was right there, said no foul, no harm there. And the ball goes back to the Rams.
Upper side of the valley with the basketball. Thompson will hand off to Lowry near side. Tries to get past one defender. Underwood contested three. No, off the heel. Rebound pulled down by McLean. Racing back the other way. He's got a little bit of space. Left it just short. Underwood pulls down the boards. 2-on-2 back the other way. High post jumper. Swatted from behind by Elwer, who avoids a trio of Ram defenders. In transition, McLean, no. And the rebound pulled down by USV as we cross the halfway point here in this second quarter. 30-15. Blue Jays doubling up the Rams. USV. We'll call a Metzger Financial Services timeout. No. Not a timeout? Maybe it is a timeout? I haven't seen anybody officially. Okay, now the referees will say it's a timeout. We'll step aside. 3:55 to go here in the second quarter. Delpa St. John's with the lead here on WOSN. Tonight's instant replay sponsor is the Kenton Moose Family Center. Kenton Moose in Hardin County is the home for great food, fellowship, and friends. That's the Kenton Moose 428 in Kenton. Online at KentonMoose428.com. Just past the halfway point of this second quarter. 30-15, St. John's with the lead and the basketball. I'm Garrett Searod alongside Josiah Stober. As the Blue Jays will work the ball around the perimeter. Really haven't had to work through their offense all that much here tonight. As Boggs will bounce pass up ahead to Elwer. He'll dribble out of it. Throw to the far side. And Easton Elwer up and under. Couldn't get it. And the board pulled down by the Rams. St. John's faithful thought it was a goaltend up underneath. Might have a case there.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been a little bit of a net grab there that might have threw the ball off, but St. John's gets a steal right here.
Another turnover forced by the Blue Jays. Easton Elwer awkwardly off the glass, got his rhythm affected, and they'll pull it out to the far side. And a triple try, another Quest Federal Credit Union 3 as Andrew Elwer buries the triple. He's got 5, and it's 33-15.
Yeah, it looks like the only kink in the armor tonight for this Blue Jays offense has been those layups.
Yeah.
They've struggled tonight, but give it to them on the outside. They've been knocking down these threes. Already have 5 of them here in this first half.
Lowry will drive baseline in a tough spot. Threw it out of bounds. Oh, they'll say he stepped on the end line instead of throwing it off a Blue Jay. Another tough turnover for USV.
Yeah, that's turnover number 7 on the night already here for this Rams team. Kind of got himself in a tough situation there on the baseline. Tried to throw it off, but stepped out before he got off the ground. So the ball will go back to the Blue Jays.
St. John's working on the far side. Heat check 3 from Andrew Elwer. Swirls around out on him. The putback opportunity blocked. And the Rams build a little bit of momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, an offensive rebound by the Blue Jays. Both Mason Thompson able to get the block there. Ball goes back to the Rams.
An up and under shot from Caden Lowry's good. His first basket of the evening. Cameron Elwer, I beg your pardon, a fadeaway 3, nothing you can do about it. And it leads back out to 18, give him 24 points on the evening. Rams slowing things down as Underwood stands inside the center circle. Being guarded by Cam Elwer. Underwood will pull it back out. 1:40 remaining in this first half. Working against Elwer. Gets to the high post. A tough shot forced up off the window. Elwer grabs the board and is fouled in the backcourt by Lowry. His first foul. And give Upper Side of Valley credit. They've been much better in that category here in the second quarter. Had probably 8 or 9 fouls. They stopped keeping track at 5 there in the first quarter. Only the second foul here, so we have less than 90 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, we see Upper Side of the Valley in that box and 1 here in the last about 3 possessions, trying to face guard Cam Elwer. As we see, Cam has become the screener there.
Wide open Quest Federal Credit Union 3 for Andrew Elwer. Another triple. He's got 8 points. And it's all dealt with St. John's here in this first half.
Yeah, as a team, St. John's shoots 48% from beyond the arc. And we know the majority come from Cam Elwer, but the team can shoot really well, and they've done it here tonight.
High off the glass on the up and under, couldn't convert. Scramble for the rebound is won by USV. Underwood a contested 3 off the front iron. Another offensive rebound for the Rams. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. At the free throw line, thrown to the far side. Got down low. Kick back out to Underwood, left of their center circle. They'll watch the numbers. Tick off the ultimate outdoor scoreboard. 15 seconds. 10. Bounce pass to Underwood. Jumper, left it short. Another offensive board for the Rams, blocked out of bounds by Alex Herron. You see on the Kenton Moose replay, Underwood thought he was fouled as Thompson went to put it back up. Herron swatted it out of bounds. A nice play there by the 6-foot senior.
USV with 2.8 seconds here. See if they can get a little momentum going into halftime.
Got it right down the heart of the lane. It got up under the scoreboard, got up under the backboard, I beg your pardon. Too far, couldn't convert, and we will go to halftime. It's 38-17. Delphos St. John's with the lead, 24 first half points. For Cameron Elwer, we'll step aside and come back with more district semifinal action for you here on WOSN. Three-pointers tonight brought to you by Quest Federal Credit Union. With 5 convenient locations to serve you, questfcu.com. Really, Josiah, three-pointers, the story of the first half is Delphos St. John's converted on several of them, including Cameron Elwer had 24 first-half points, several of them coming on three-pointers.
Yeah, it was big for them tonight. They've had 6 three-pointers on that night. Look at the score. That's 18 points. USV only 17 points on the night. But it's really, as you said, been Cam Elwer, 24 points. Brother Andrew has 8 points in that first half. For USV, it's really been Maddox Underwood hitting some tough shots, has 10 points there in that first half. Bo Sanders has 4, but really it's been those 3 that's been the difference.
Yeah, those 2 high-profile players have done their jobs in the first half. We'll see if that continues in the second when we return. Third quarter action for you coming up in this Division 7 District Semifinal when we return here on WOSN. Tonight's third quarter brought to you by Ricker Lawn and Landscape. Contact Ricker Lawn and Landscape for all of your lawn care needs, including fertilization and weed control programs, aerating, hydro seeding, irrigation service, installation, and more. It's 38-17 here at the start of the third quarter. Delphos St. John's with the lead. Over Upper Saddle Valley, I'm Garrett Seawright, joined alongside by Josiah Stober. And at the halftime break here, plenty of things to talk about for both sides. What's on the top of the list that Delphos St. John's needs to fix, despite how well the first half went for him, Josiah?
Yeah, well, there's not many, and it looks like as they come out, there might have been a technical given. As we see Cam Elwer stepping to the free throw line, we didn't really see anything.
Yeah, I know Matt McCullough had quite the long conversation with the referees at center court as the Rams were going to the half. So Elwer makes that first free throw. The Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw. Sorry to cut you off there, Josiah. The one thing that Aaron Elwer, I'm certain, probably was not thrilled about in the first half was the amount of offensive rebounds by USV.
Absolutely. USV did a good job of crashing the offensive glass. And for St. John's offensively, missed some layups, probably layups that they normally make. But really not a whole lot of things to work on there. Just want to stay solid on the defensive end and make USV work. And for USV, that's what they really had to do as they throw the lob to
Drew Boggs.
It
hit everything. Drops through the cylinder. As they thought they were probably going to see a box and one coming out of the halftime break, did. And Boggs found the back door, a great feed. And the Rams will come back to work, trailing by 25. A step back, fadeaway jumper off the mark. Another offensive rebound by USV. Underwood hits the deck trying to keep it in bounds. Unable to do so. And that'll turn the basketball over to Delphos St. John's.
Yeah, I think if you're USV coming out of this halftime is, mix up their defenses a little bit. Try to throw this Blue Jays offense off of their game a little bit. And as we see, they come out in that box and one.
Andrew Elwer thought about the three. He will let it fly this time. And another Quest Federal Credit Union three-pointer from Andrew Elwer. He's got 11 points now.
Yeah, and that's the 7th three on the night for this Blue Jays team. And, we talked about it just as a team. They shoot 48% on another turnover.
Elwer goes right to the window. And he's come on strong here in the second and third quarters. 13 points now for Andrew Elwer, 5 consecutive for the Jays, and the lead's out to 30. Lowry will get it across the timeline. Bounce to the near side. Out of bounds off of Upper Saddle Valley.
Yeah, that's 2 quick turnovers by this Rams team. And as we said earlier in the game, we saw them was a slow down, take care of the ball. Don't let St. John's get going here. They've come out quickly in this second half with 9 quick points.
And it's almost like Delphos St. John's said, okay, if you want to play that slow, I'm going to quicken you up as a heat check three swirls around. Elwer thought might as well let it fly. Lead remains 30. But Delphos St. John certainly picked up the intensity on the defensive end after that first possession that lasted more than 90 seconds for Upper Saddle Valley as the Rams continue to work between the circles. Underwood at the free throw line. Step back jumper. Silky smooth for the Northwest Central Conference Player of the Year.
Yeah, well, he does a really good job of getting to that spot about 12 feet out there and knocks it down. And a good take right away, just unable to make another one of those layups for this Blue Jays team.
Underwood in transition, a deep 2, and another smooth as peanut butter jumper from Maddox Underwood. Underwood, the senior, Elwer in the near corner. Andrew Elwer. He'll set up for three. Off the front iron. Offensive rebound. Nearly pulled down by Boggs. He's fouled. We'll get a look at the Kenton Moose replay.
Yeah, as we see Boggs on the backside, and then looks like Bo Sanders came across trying to get that rebound and goes through the hand, so St. John's will retain possession.
47-21, the score. Looks like maybe they did call a foul on Bo Sanders. It's his first. Elwer in the far side. Lets it fly off the back iron. Rebound to the Rams. Underwood. He'll pull up a transition three. Couldn't grab it. And a foul on the rebound against USV.
That's really the only shot Maddox Underwood hasn't made tonight was that three.
Yep.
He's been able to get to his spot inside of the three-point arc, but unable to knock it down. Still has 14 points on the night, but nothing from outside the arc.
Approaching his 20-point average. As Boggs bombs away. And the Quest Federal Credit Union three ball makes the lead 50-21 Blue Jays.
Well, and you look at this starting five for the Blue Jays. No player shoots under 40% from beyond the arc. Just so difficult to defend.
Underwood difficult to defend as well. A contested free throw line jumper. Been so good in the mid-range here tonight. 16 points. Jays. Bounce pass down low to Elwer. He's double teamed immediately. Easton Elwer from straight away. Too strong. A rebound. Secured by the Rams. Underwood doesn't have numbers. Will bounce straight away. Sanders gets down low. Kicked out to the far side. Lowry puts it on the deck. Spins in the lane, off the glass, up and in.
Yeah, he's done that a couple times tonight, attacking the rim, but here comes the Blue Jays right back on the attack, down to Andrew Elwers. He pulls up for the three.
Got it. Everything that can go in for Delphos St. John's outside of layups has gone in for the Blue Jays, and that's just been the kind of night it's been for Upper Scioto Valley. As the Jays have struggled inside about 3 feet. Anything from 21 feet and out has been almost surefire.
Yeah, we see Elwers battling to try to see who can knock down the most threes. Both brothers have 4 threes on the night, as we see here the Kenton Moose 428 instant replay.
McCain Underwood trying to go to the window. Foul committed by Andrew Elwer, his second. And McCain Underwood knocks down that Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throw. Call Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, located in Wapak, Delphos, and St. Mary's. They're locally owned and operated, and Lee's not just famous for chicken, they're famous for catering too. I'm here to tell you, if we're going somewhere that there's Lee's Catering, I'll be there. As McCain knocks them both down. 53-27, first 2 points of the night for the sophomore guard. (20-2) Delphos St. John's Blue Jays, back-to-back Midwest Athletic Conference champions, have their eyes set on the road to Dayton. Andrew Elwer thought about the three. They're working around the perimeter now. Cam Elwer steps up, fires, rimmed out on him. Rebound secured by Maddox Underwood. He's tightly guarded. Ball hits the deck. Able to scoop it back up. The Jays force a turnover there. It's an errant pass from Upper Scioto Valley.
And that's turnover number 10 for the Rams. Bo Sanders just getting a little bit too antsy with the ball. And
great work by the Ram mascot, who got hit by the errant pass and pointed to the police officer to say, "Are you going to do something about this?" That's fantastic work by the Rams mascot, as Delphos St. John's unable to convert. Lowry straight away, tries to bounce pass down low to Sanders. Back door. And the Rams double dribbled. 2:18 to go here in the third quarter. 53-27. Delta St. John's with the lead. Blue Jays average just under 71 points a contest. In the far corner, looking to inch their way towards it, is Eli Swick, who finds the bottoms on the three.
Yeah, that's the 10th three of the night for this Blue Jays team.
It's the first bucket of the evening for Swick. Underwood rises and fires and hits. Maddox Underwood has been spectacular in the mid-range. Cam Eller throws to the near side. Swick will put up another one off the front iron. The offensive rebound and put back for Drew Boggs. He's got 7. And the Jays want to push the lane back out to 29.
That's one thing that this Blue Jays team have excelled at this year, is crashing that offensive glass for a team that shoots a lot of threes, a lot of long rebounds, and they do a great job of finding those long shots. And we saw that Drew Boggs attacking.
That Bo Sanders mid-range jumper off the mark. Swick pulled down the board. It was poked out of bounds by the Rams, so it will stay with the Jays. Just over 1 minute to go here in this third quarter.
Checking in for the Rams, number 21, DJ Little.
DJ Little steps in the game. For USV, Little, a senior guard. He'll guard Cameron Eller. As the Blue Jays work around the perimeter. Bounce down low. In the lane. Fouled with the shot attempt. You'll see the Kenton Moose 428 replay. As instant replay tonight brought to you by the Kenton Moose Family Center. Kenton Moose is Hardin County's home for great food, fellowship, and friends. Kenton Moose 428 in Kenton is online at KentonMoose428.com. The first Lay's famous recipe chicken free throw for Alex Heron is up and good. Less than a minute to go here in the third quarter. Knocked them both down. The first 2 points of the evening for Heron.
Yeah, we talked about St. John's and their free throw shooting, 16 for 17 on the night. The only miss coming from Cam Eller. We talk about a team that does everything right. Knocks down threes, makes their free throws.
Sanders, a nice post move up and in for the sophomore. Bo Sanders with 6 points now as Eller right down the heart of the lane. Scoop shot off the back iron, dropped it through. He's got 28, just 4 points here in this third quarter. Doesn't matter, the lead's out to 31. Underwood will cross the timeline. 15 seconds remaining here in this third period. Underwood will work. Double teamed. He'll put it up. Missed everything. Sanders throws it back into play. Nobody else will touch it. And with 2.5 seconds to go in this third stanza, Braden Klaus will inbound for the Jays. McLean from the volleyball line. No. And we'll go to the fourth quarter. Delta St. John's 62, upper side of Alley 31. Fourth quarter action for you coming up when we return here on WOSN. Tonight's scoreboard brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. That Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard says 62-31 in favor of Delta St. John's. And really, they've been able to go bombs away from three, Josiah. They've ratcheted up the pressure defensively. It has been a pretty complete effort for Delta St. John's. You want to be playing your best basketball here at tournament time, and they certainly look good here in this district semifinal.
Yeah, and you see their offense here by quarters. 23 points in that first quarter, 15 points in the second quarter, 24 points in that third quarter. And as you said, that's just been the difference is, 10 threes on the night so far. They've just been knocking it down from everywhere. This USV team really hasn't been able to find an answer of a way to defend them. As we see, first time Cam Eller's been off the floor tonight.
The scoop shot up and off the back iron for St. John's. Underwood brings it across the timeline. Hands off to a teammate. The Rams will run their offense. Cross-court pass. The handoff. Sanders, a little bit of touch off the back iron, couldn't drop it home. Elwer the board, and Andrew Elwer behind the back dribble. Gets to the low post, and easy backdoor feed. The layup up and good. Make it 64-31 St. John's.
Yeah, Andrew Elwer just being composed with that pressure on his side all the way down the court, but just a little shot fake with his head and finds his teammate Weaker wide open for the easy layup.
Rams with possession. Give off to Sanders. He'll throw near side. Andrew Kendall picks up the dribble, bounces to Sanders in the short corner. Showing some post moves. We'll let one fly. Couldn't drop it home. Andrew Elwer secures another rebound. He averages about 4 rebounds per contest. Back-to-back rebounds the last 2 times down. Blue Jays thought about the 3 from the far side. The baseline drive instead. Smooched off the window. Couldn't drop it home. The offensive rebound is up and good for Braden Klaus. And the lead is 35.
Yeah, we see Braden Klaus there just being composed. Goes up, misses the first one, gets the second one to go.
The Underwood missed the first shot. Offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound for upper side of Valley. Something they've done really well here tonight. Weren't able to put it back in. Does have, with a 35-point lead, has enacted the running clock. As the Rams will inbound the far side. 3 on the way. No. And nobody was able to touch it after it caromed off the rim and out of bounds, and it'll go to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, USV unable to knock down a shot yet from tonight from beyond the arc.
When the opposite team has hit 10 or 11, that's a tough stat to be losing in when somebody else has performed so well. And there were times where the threes from Delphos St. John's were contested that found the bottom of the net. It's just been that kind of night for the Blue Jays, and on the other end, it's just been that kind of night for the Rams. Elwer gives far side. Klaus dribbles out of the double team, picks up the dribble. As the ball dribble out of bounds by Weikert.
Yeah, one of those rare turnovers by this Blue Jays team. Unofficially second turnover of the game compared to USV with 11 turnovers.
Rams will inbound a basketball. As Underwood, who's had a fantastic performance here in what's likely to be his final game as a high school basketball player. 18 points on the night to lead upper side of Valley. A tough leader on the way from Kendall. Couldn't be pulled down. In transition, Delphos St. John's, the hoop, and the foul is Alex Herron. We'll go to the Lee's Famous Recipe chicken free throw line to try to convert the old-fashioned three-point play after the transition layup.
Yeah, we see Tice McLean there with a no-look left-handed pass to a one-handed grab. Looked like a quarterback to a wide receiver catch there, and he goes up and finishes the three-point play.
Herron's now got 5 points. A nice lead for Delphos St. John's, 69-31. Underwood gets his screen. Works straight away. Hits a cutting teammate, and a foul committed by Delphos St. John's. Tonight's instant replays sponsored by the Kenton Moose Family Center. Kenton Moose is Hardin County's home for great food, fellowship, and friends. That's the Kenton Moose, 428 in Kenton. Online at KentonMoose428.com. Going to the free throw line is Mason Thompson. Hits that. The honorable mention All Northwest Central Conference forward, a senior. Averages just under 4 points a game. Hits both Lee's Famous Recipe chicken free throws. And a Metzger Financial Services timeout has been taken. We'll step aside as well. Delphos St. John's in command here on WOSN. Out of the Metzger Financial Services timeout, Delphos St. John's working the basketball around the perimeter. Is Maddox Krieger. Down low, thrown off the window. No. And a foul committed. Michael Ellerbrock in the game for Upper Scioto Valley. Senior forward. One of the finer mullets you'll see in the area. Just spectacular.
Absolutely.
I don't know that I'd ever put on ball cap. He can't play baseball because you can't let that mullet be covered up by anything. Just fantastic work by the senior. DJ Little in the game as well with the shot for Upper Scioto Valley. Bringing the ball up the floors, Aiden Swick, 6-foot sophomore. Blue Jays will work them all around the perimeter. Eli Swick, little handoff to Grady Martz. Martz the cross-court pass. Swick for three, off the front iron. The rebound secured by DJ Little. He's coming up the floor is Hunter Damron. So we approach 1 minute to go. Damron from mid-range. No. Defensive rebound, I beg your pardon, for Heron. Blue Jays, baseline drive. Put it up and in did Eli Swick. A foul.
As we look here on that Kenton Moose instant replay, getting a little aggressive there, lowering the shoulder there, and draw the offensive foul. The ball will go back to the Blue Jays.
They'll inbound the basketball with less than a minute to go. Bring the ball across the timeline. Martz with it. Another foul committed. That one called against Ellerbrock. Back-to-back fouls committed by the senior. And that'll do it. Delphos St. John's is moving on. They grabbed a 71-33 win over Upper Scioto Valley. We'll step aside, come back, put a bow on this one. Blue Jays moving on here on WOSN.
Need to exit those doors.
High school basketball tonight on WOSN was brought to you in part by Ricker Lawn and Landscape. For all your lawn care needs, including fertilization and weed control programs, aerating, hydro seeding, irrigation service, installation, and more, contact Ricker Lawn and Landscape. Delphos St. John's grabs a 71-33 win tonight over Upper Scioto Valley. And really, for the most part, Josiah, everything that could go right for Delphos St. John's did, and everything that could go wrong for USV did. An impressive performance tonight for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, well, the story was from beyond the arc, hitting 10 threes for this Blue Jays team on the night, a team that comes in shooting 48% from beyond the arc, and they knocked them down. But another story, 17 for 18 from the free throw line. The only miss coming from that one miss by Cam Elwer, but you got to give it the hand out to Maddox Underwood too. Came in, averages 20, hit 18 tonight, and none of them were easy on the night. And teammate Bo Sanders had 6 points on the night. So congratulations to the Blue Jays as they move forward to the district final, and a great season for the Rams.
Yeah, Delphos St. John's will move on to play the winner of Minster and Ridgemont, which is yet to come here on this Thursday night at Lima Senior. And we mentioned the averages. Delphos St. John's averages 70.9 points a game. They score 71 tonight, and they move on to face the winner of Minster and Ridgemont. That'll do it from the first game here at Lima Senior. We'll have another contest coming up. Special thanks to John Zell, the Lima Senior Athletic Director, for hosting us here this evening, and our fantastic WOSN crew. For Josiah Stoper, I'm Garrett Seawright saying so long. We'll catch you next time right here on WOSN.